Hello my loves, welcome back to another video. I hope you're doing really well. Today I thought I could take you through a mic'd up gym workout. We are going to be training our glutes today. I thought I could just take you through the entire session. I'm also going to do some core. I just need to do every part of my legs basically. I've been away for a few days for Mason's birthday and I trained most days like whilst I was away, but I just did like 20-minute home workouts, which I always like to do if I'm away or on holiday. Like I like to keep some form of movement most of the time just because I feel really weird if I don't train. Like I just don't feel like I've brushed my teeth kind of feeling. So I just always like to do some sort of movement, or even if it's just getting out for a walk when I'm away. I feel a little bit strange because I'm such a morning gym person and it's 6:10 and I'm sat with a coffee. I feel like I've done like a person swap because this is not me. I know the gym will be quiet actually at this time because it's a bank holiday Monday when I'm filming this, and I've got FOMO. My dad texted me earlier saying, do you want to come over for a barbecue? He's just set up this new barbecue in his garden, and because I've literally been like away recently and I've so much coming up I need to tell you about, and I was just like, no, I need to just do my thing. I caught up on loads of work this morning and I wanted to get a really good lower body session in. You know when your body's literally craving it, like I don't know if you get like this, but when I haven't done like a heavy session in a while, or my body is literally craving something intense and I want to feel my glutes basically drop off. Just been listening to a bit of Mariah. This song, just, you know, Fantasy, it just sounds like summer in a song. I'm just about to do a warm-up. I feel like this is important to say, but if you have found lately, you found it difficult to be consistent, I feel like it's good to look at life in seasons. You know how like you have certain phases of your life where you're in a really solid routine, as in you're in one place, whether it's like with work or if you haven't got any trips coming up, and you can just solidly focus on like a few major goals. I feel like we all have phases like that. Like for some reason during more of like the winter months, I seem to go into like more of that state of mind. Whereas I feel like in the like summer months, life feels really a lot busier. And I think because we have longer days as well, just feels like there's a lot more going on. And I think I've noticed as well a lot lately, like people go on holidays so much more, and I just wanted to put it out there, like don't be so hard on yourself, like if you feel like you've not been as consistent, but as long as you're making some time like each day to show up for you, whether it is just getting out for a 50-minute walk or it is an hour in the gym, just taking that pressure off that doesn't need to be there, and just like I say, looking at life more of like seasonally, rather than thinking all year round you're going to be hitting the gym 6 days a week with crazy intense sessions, because I just don't think it's not realistic, is it? Let's be honest. It can be easy to look at other people's social media and it just always looks like they've got everything together, when it's not really reality, is it? Like we all have busier phases, slower phases, and that's just part of life. Like life can feel like a bit of a roller coaster. I just felt called to remind you of that, and also remind myself. Let me just give you a little gym fit check. I'm wearing a Vanquish sports bra. This is one of those like halter neck, you know, like the back, everything is out on display, which I really like. But sometimes I found with these in the past, you feel like you're carrying the weight of the world on your neck, because if you've got a slightly bigger bust, it just feels heavy and uncomfortable. And when you're doing like a full hour session, I've just felt like, sometimes it gets really awkward. Whereas this one seems to be more kind of supportive somehow, like around here. These beige leggings, which have got the scrunch bum, they're not as like hoisting into your soul. These are from Shein and I've had them about 1.5 years. I've actually been to a few Pilates classes recently. I say a few, I've been to 2, Reformer Pilates, and I absolutely love it. The way it gets your core is, feels like you're really going right into your deep core muscles, and I've really enjoyed the sessions. God, my hips feel tight. I usually do like more of a warm-up in certain areas. Usually my hips that get the tightest. Mason actually said to me the other day, like, looks like my glutes have grown. I've been doing the Strong and Fit program on my app, and it's a combination of strength and running training. And I can't tell you, it's the fittest that I've ever felt. Really like maintainable program, because I've just felt like over the past 8 weeks, it's been nice just following some sort of structure, especially when like I say, like when I've been busier, just going in, getting the job done and not having to think so much. And you're not just aimlessly going to the gym and sort of not feeling like you're getting anywhere. I wanted to remind you, centimetres matter with your hip thrust bench, right? So if you're finding you're getting that twinging sensation when you're getting into the position to do a hip thrust or like a calves glute bridge, it could be that you're using a bench or a box too high. And just have in mind, obviously we're all different heights, so it's going to be different like from person to person. But I always tend to go for the one with lower height just to protect your back, so that when you're actually getting the bar, like the weight and the bar off the ground, you're not having to get into like an awkward position and end up twinging your back. Let's start with a warm-up set, shall we? I'm concerned that I've had a coffee at 6 o'clock and I'm really sensitive to having a coffee past 1 p.m. in the afternoon. There's no way I did not have enough energy to smash out a leg day with no caffeine. 12. Let's get some weight on this bitch. Oh, God, that went straight through me. We're gonna do 3 sets of 10 reps straight into some holds. So with the calves glute bridge, you really wanna make sure you're like targeting at the top, like getting right to the top, because that's where most of the movement wants to be. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 20s on. Right, 10 good reps with a 10-second hold. Hair is tucked behind the ears. You know it's getting serious when you've got all your hair whisked out your face. Remember to breathe as well. I think that can be really easy. Like when you're pushing yourself with weight or reps, like you can kind of freeze up and be like, but then you're not gonna have as good reps. Last set. I must tell you, calves glute bridges, I'd say they're the one exercise that truly, really transformed just the shape of my gluteals alongside a hip thrust, but I think you can just feel it that bit more in a calves glute bridge. Right, moving swiftly on from these. Next up we've got single leg RDLs. These are so good if you want to really get your glutes. Okay. I put my toes just like in line with the back of my heel. Remember to keep your shoulders retracted. You don't want to be curving over like that, okay? And then 3. Oh God, I couldn't even talk during that. That's a good sign if you can't talk when you're doing your sets and reps. But with that, you want to keep all your weight in your working leg and just use your other leg for a light balance, like not, you don't want to distribute into both legs. The other side, I keep doing this. I don't know why. I don't normally do this like slapping thing. I think I'm getting shy. God, my toes are so long. I think I've got the Greek toe, you know, the second toe going towards the right is so long. 3. My leg is actually shaking. Ow. If you struggle with this movement, as in like you struggle feeling it in your glutes, you want to think about, so it's a hinge movement for like first. So it's all coming obviously from your hips. So you're imagining shutting a car door with your bum. So it's not, you're not coming down or anything, you're going back. Going to add a drop set, so I've taken that added weight on and then I'm just going to do as many reps as possible, not in a split stance, just a normal RDL to finish my hamstrings. Next up we've got this flipping evil superset. It is so good though, you've got to give it a try if you haven't already. We're going to do a high foot. It's going to target more of our hamstrings and glutes, and then we're going to go into a narrow stance to get our quads fired up. I don't go too heavy with this one because I cannot. It is the most disgusting superset. A little bit more. Don't let your knees cave in, by the way. Keep them strong. Don't let them like go inwards. And then straight in. Just obviously make sure you're safe and secure when you're adjusting. 9. Oh gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I appear to have left my mark on this this thing. Right, we've got a nice angle here. This is a funny angle. Right, last set. Hairs a mess. Moving on to the next exercise, which is glute focused hyperextension. So here I don't have a back extension machine, so you can do it with a barbell. You just want to put your clips for the squat rack on as low as possible and make sure it's a comfortable position with your hip, and then you just got to get comfortable. So try out slightly altering your foot position so that you can feel it right in your glutes. But this is a super good hack if you don't have a bench for back extensions in your gym. So this is on the lowest clips, and then you just want to use your barbell pad to protect your hips. And then I keep my feet quite close together but point my toes outward, and then like I say, just get comfortable with it. I finish with seated leg curl. Can I just say, I've been coming to this gym for about a month and I absolutely adore the equipment here, the space. It just makes such a difference when you train somewhere that inspires you, that has a really nice group of members. I don't know why I'm telling you that, but it's really important if you're training somewhere where you're just not comfortable, you feel like there's just a funny vibe or whatever, don't be scared to change gyms or like just try somewhere else out, because it really makes a difference. And I think if you're going there every day, spending time there, just like when you're viewing an apartment or a house, you want to be around people who you feel good around. Otherwise, you know, life's just too short. But this is called Grantley Hall, and if you're ever up north, I could not recommend checking it out more. It's got really nice facilities and it's really beautiful to come for the day, like to come for lunch. It has like a hotel and spa as well. And with a hamstring curl machine, make sure you change and alter it to make sure it fits you. Otherwise, you just end up not really targeting your hammies. I've been there. That's one mistake I used to always do. I'd just get in a machine and however it was set up, I'd just go for it. And yeah, you don't want to get an injury. Right, I'm going to do 3 sets of 12. This is like a full body core exercise. Oh my God, my legs are toast. Oh my God. Oh my God. That was really tough. We're done. That took 57 minutes. I just did 2 sets of that last core exercise. That is so hard. I think it's quite technical because you're using a lot of different body parts, but it's a really good core stabilizer. And it's just quite fun to do some functional kind of core exercises. I really hope you enjoyed that session. Let me know if you would want more of these videos, like mic'd up kind of gym workouts. Sorry if I've not been like, I don't feel like I've been fully, I don't know, I don't feel 100% like myself today, but I still wanted to film this. And also I just think it's life, isn't it? Like not every day you feel like your best, highest self. That was a really tough workout. Like halfway through that I was just like, shall I just scrap this video? I just wasn't feeling it. But then I got into my groove again, and it's like anything. Like I think once you get that first 5 minutes or first 10 minutes of doing something that helps your higher self, like I know I'm going to drive home from this workout and from filming this, and I know how much better I'd feel if I'd have like sacked it off halfway through just because I wasn't really feeling it. And I think I'm probably due on sometime in the next week. I hope you enjoyed this video. I would love you to stick around by subscribing to my channel, and I will see you in the next video.